inside Illustrator, there are windows upon menus upon menus. And this is, as I said before, they like to hide these. Adobe likes to hide these to make it a cleaner interface. And so one of the easiest ones to look at is the one for color. So when I select my shape here, I just see that I have a black stroke with no fill. And if I go to the color window, I can't see any of that information here for the stroke or the fill. And so what I'm going to do is go to this flyout window here, this little hamburger menu. And let's zoom in just so you can see this a little bit closer. So looking at this, when I click on this little flyout window, then I have all of these options inside here. And what I want to do first is to show options. And now we can see both the fill and the stroke, and we have sliders to be able to help us choose the colors more easily. And one thing I think it's easier than looking at the RGB. I know that if I combine red and blue, I'm going to get something that's purple, right? Or in this case, this like pinky color. It's less intuitive than using something called HSB, hue, saturation, and balance. So I prefer to have my color mode in that setting. And so again, I click on the hamburger menu, go to HSB, and now this allows me to choose the specific color that I want. So if I want something that's, a darker red, I can go to the hue, keep a high saturation, and change the brightness, which is the amount of black in the image, or the black in the color. Saturation is about the amount of white in the color. Brightness is about the amount of blacks in the color. And hue allows us to change the actual color itself. And I find this to be a lot more intuitive. Again, if I want to switch the color, I can swap it. And if I want to have a color here, I can drag it from that color to that one. You can also sample the color down here at the bottom. So if you're feeling a little more freeform, you can sample and notice that it's changing the color. But it's changing the color of the stroke here. If I want to change the fill, I have to click and then change the color. Notice that it has not changed my object. In order to change my object, I have to select it and then make a change. So if I want to change the fill, I can double click on the panel here, choose the color, and it'll change it that way. Or I can select it and change it inside here as well.